Today we catch up with Cisco from Simone's Salsa Dance Studio, who teaches Palladium Mambo. We catch up with him to see what he says.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start mixing things up because the choreography that I originally had planned, now I have to change it because of the three girls. Full extension. Step, step, step.
Here we are with my boy Cisco from Simone's Salsa Dance Studio, who teaches Palladium Mambo on 2. We caught up with him to figure out what is Palladium Mambo on 2. Cisco. Hello Cisco, how you doing?
What's going on, brother?
So I wanted to ask you a question of why, first of all, why did you decide to get into Mambo, and specifically Palladium Mambo?
Well, I come from New York. Born and raised in New York, and anybody that comes from New York, it's a given. That's what we learn. That's what we do. It's a part of life. It's a way of life. When you grow up in New York, I mean, believe it or not, you know, a Latin man that doesn't dance, you know, the women, the chicks don't dig it. So it's a way of life. It's very serious out there. Also, I was intrigued by Palladium Mambo because of the fact that, I don't know if you ever heard of Palladium. Palladium was a famous club back in New York, and everybody that was anybody would always go there, and basically people would pay to get in to just watch people do this flashy dance that's called Palladium Mambo. The Palladium was an awesome club. I wish I was alive during that time. But that's where you find most of the famous cats out there, like Freddie Rios, Mike Ramos, you got Angel Rodriguez, Eddie Torres, Cuban Pete, great master. There's just so many, Billy Donay, Addie Rodriguez. There's just so many of the old school masters, and I'm just very fortunate to have learned that. Double turn, right, left, mambo double, left, double turn, right, left, double turn, right, left, double turn.
So can you dance Palladium Mambo to salsa, and modern day salsa, which it's much slower nowadays and things have changed? Can you dance a Palladium salsa to, let's say, something slow and romantic, or does it have to be old school salsa? And can you dance it to old school salsa at the same time, or does it have to be mambo? I know that's a lot of questions, but
I'm actually glad you answered that. You asked that question, Johnny. Actually, yes, you can. And here's the thing. Palladium Mambo is not just because it's on 2. The thing with Palladium Mambo, it's a show style. You can dance it on 1. Basically, if you're doing the same basic step, whether you step on the first beat, whether you step on the second beat, whether you start with the left leg, whether you start with the right leg, the basic is still the same. You're still going to do the same shines. You're still going to do the same turn pattern. The difference is in dancing either on the downbeat or the upbeat. The steps are still going to be the same, so yes, you can. If you look at old tapes back in the day, in the 1950s and 60s, when the mambo was borrowing from hand dance. You know, hand dance where people, you grab somebody and you spin them real quick, and then you stop and you go and you do your little step, and then you spin or do some tricks or something. If you look at the old school cats, you see a lot of them. You will see some of them doing the Palladium step and the Palladium style on the first beat of the music, stepping forward with the left leg. You will also see some of the old cats that like to dance on the upbeat, step on the right leg back on the 2. So you can do it either way.
Is there a big difference between what Eddie Torres does and Palladium style?
Well, Eddie Torres does Palladium style. It's not that it's not Palladium. In New York, there are 2 kinds of Palladium style, or 2 kinds of on 2. You have the New York on 2, and then you have power 2. A New York on 2 is basically what Eddie Torres does and what a lot of the schools do, where they step on the first beat, then the second. What they do is they step 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. On power 2, you're stepping on the right, the 2 automatically. There is no 1 you're stepping on, so you're already stepping on the upbeat from the beginning. You don't start on the downbeat then the upbeat. Neither one is wrong, it's just they're 2 styles. It's like a red apple or a green apple. They're both apples. You want a red one, you want a green one, doesn't matter. They're both Palladium.
So how long have you been teaching Palladium Mambo?
I've been teaching, well, I've been dancing since I was a kid. I mean, I used to be in Afro-Cuban teams. I actually started teaching the Palladium Mambo when I got certified in New York. I was certified under the Razzmatazz Dance Company and also under the New York Palladium Mambo dancers. Basically, you get on, there was like a board with a couple of the old school cats. They just call out steps, they watch what you do, you pass it, they give you a certificate, and they certify you. So I've been lucky enough to be part of getting certified by that board and also by our own team. And dance, I'm sorry, I don't know if I answered the question, but I've been teaching for about, I'd say 15, 20 years.
15, 20 years? Good. Is Mambo still alive and well? What is your opinion? What do you think the status of Mambo in the world today is, or in your opinion? Even in Tampa?
I gotta tell you, I'm from New York. Everybody, Mambo is New York, New York is Mambo. And I guess you really wouldn't understand until you go over there. Because when you go over there and you go to like a Jimmy Anton social, you see
the
people
Mecca.
You see, that's where you see true Palladium.
Right.
The Mecca of dance. All the different people from all the different schools, from Boston, from Connecticut, they all come down, and that's where everybody meets. There's no nonsense, there's no player hating. Everybody just dances, has a good time. And I think the awesome thing about Mambo is people get together and dancing on the upbeat for me. It's awesome. I think the Mambo scene right now, it's different from what it used to be when I used to professionally dance before. I think it's a lot more mellow. It was more, in New York it's more serious. Out here in Florida it's a lot more mellow. Very mellow, I mean a lot slower paced. When I came out here and I saw the Mambo scene, I was like, wow, it's like totally different. You go to New York and as soon as that song goes on, I mean, nobody's sitting down. Everybody's like, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance. Next Mambo, let's dance, let's dance, let's dance.
Do you find that there's a stigma out here for on two? Everybody seems like they're more scared to dance on two. Not that there's nothing wrong with on one, and I have, Salsa Nerds loves on one and on two, but, do you feel that there is more of people seem to be more biased and want to dance on one more than on two?
I think that some people don't fear what they don't understand. And the thing is, I know Florida's not an on-two based system as the way it is in New York, but I think it's happening in Orlando. That you got great instructors out there. You have some great on-two instructors coming up out here. And what I'm trying to do out here is basically take the on-one and the on-two and kind of put them together and mesh into one happy family. That's what I like to do. This beginner team that I have, that it's a beginner team, they've all graduated from Simone on one, so they already have that. Teaching already. So I'm taking them and teaching them the Power 2 version. Just to clear it up, the Power 2 version basically it's for stage. You cover more ground when you step the Power 2 step as opposed to on 2 because you step on the one. You're going 1, 2, 3, so you're stepping and then back and then going, you're cutting. Whereas the Power 2, you're not cutting, you're stepping and walking straight forward. So since it's a performance thing, I think people, they're starting to pick it up and they're starting to come around. And in the end, whether you're dancing on the upbeat or the downbeat, it's all about having fun. That's what it's all about. And in the end, we all gotta remember, we do this dance thing for one reason, to have fun. And some people get caught up, no on one, no on two. You know what? You're doing it to have fun. Who needs to bring that stress in it? Can't we all just get along, brother? You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
That's what it's all about. The Mambo scene is picking up out here, and I think as the years go by, this is going to end up being another New York. It's already halfway over there in Orlando.
Oh, yeah, and it's big, and there's a lot of talent out here, yeah. Well, I mean, I like I said, I mean, I think that there needs to be an open market, but there is a great amount of talent in Tampa Bay itself, and even in Orlando. So, but well, here we are. I'm glad to have given you giving the time to give me this interview, and
I appreciate
I mean,
the interview.
Yes, and Salsa Nerds, thank you. This is from Salsa Nerds TV, and here we are with Cisco. Don't forget Cisco doing his dance team. If you're interested in joining his dance team, you could reach him at.
Well, this is a beginner dance team. Basically, everybody from here has to go through the Simone through the Simone levels. Once they graduate from Simone, then they can come here. I've been fortunate to have 2 beginner teams already. They're awesome people. You know, they're doing their thing now. I wish them well. You guys were great. Now we're working on a brand new beginner team. Look for us to look for the new Movimiento al Mambo to come out for Halloween. And Simone Salsa, Cisco here. Mambo, gotta get the.
You heard it on Salsa Nerds TV. My man Cisco. A mambo onto Palladium style, baby. Putting it down. So here you guys are on Salsa Nerds TV. What do you guys think about Palladium Mambo? Is it something you guys are enjoying?
I think it's the best thing ever.
No, it sucks.
It's fun, it's exciting.
Has it been working for you guys to work out or what?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. We're sweating.
It's like you take your normal salsa and you just
it up. put it on 50, right?
I know, right?
Rapid, what would be a word that you would say for Palladium Mambo?
I think it's more exciting. It's exciting.
Exciting?
It is exciting.
Yeah, rapid fire or just
Exciting. Energetic.
It's just,
energetic?
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's hot. H-double-T, hot.
New York flavor.
New York flavor.
Tampa, New York, little everything.
Power attitude.
I know, right?
What is it? What is it again? Pam. What is it? Oh, here we go.
This is what you need to be an awesome performer. Power, attitude, movement. Pam, you gotta
Pam.
bring Pam, baby. Don't hate, participate.
I'm telling you, he should have it like the he should have it like the Batman symbol. Instead of pow, it'd be Pam.
That is, they got the symbol right there. Bam.
There you go. Oh, and by the way, just representing us, what is that right there? What is that? Movimiento al Mambo.
Yeah, right here, Simone. Bam,
Oh,
right there.
and Simone. God, wow, that's stripes right there, man. Oh my God. Well, you guys heard it here. Salsa Nerds TV. Can you guys say Salsa Nerds TV?
Salsa Nerds TV.
Thank you. Putting it down.